Hello everyone, Max here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about what I take on a one-night wild camping and photography trip. So I thought I'd make this video just to give an overview of what gear I'm using at the moment, and I just want to start by saying that this isn't a recommendation or review on any of the gear, and it's definitely not the best or lightest gear that you can buy, but it's what was working for me, and it's what I use at the moment. So let's get into it. So the bag I'm using at the moment is the Osprey Atmos AG 65 litre. This is a recent addition to my kit and it's been really great so far. It weighs 2.2 kilograms, it's really comfortable and it holds the weight really well. And inside the bag I use a rucksack liner. It's just a random purple waterproof liner which I found in the house, and this protects the gear in case it gets wet. So the sleeping bag I'm using at the moment is the Vango Stratos 250. It weighs 1.6 kilograms and it has a comfort rating of 2 degrees. Next, the tent I'm using is a tent from Terra Nova. It is called the Zephyros Compact 1. It's a great 3-season one-man tent and it weighs in at 1.65 kilograms. I've used this for quite a few nights now and it's easier to assemble, and yeah, it's a great one-man tent. So the sleeping mat I'm using at the moment is the Trekology UL80. It weighs 560 grams, it's very comfortable and it is quite thick as well, so it's especially good if you're a side sleeper. I also pair this with the Trekology Alt pillow. It weighs in at 63 grams and it's also very comfortable, and it has a nice strap which attaches onto the sleeping mat. My cook system is the MSR Wind Burner. It weighs 430 grams. It is a 1 litre stove system. It's great in high winds and boils water very quickly. With the MSR Wind Burner I also use the MSR ISO Pro Gas. This is the medium container and it weighs 227 grams. For food, I normally take dehydrated meals. These use boiling water to rehydrate the meals. They're really lightweight. They weigh roughly 150 grams each for a main meal. Often I'll take one main meal and one pudding. And often I'll eat the pudding for breakfast, so that's breakfast sorted as well. I also take some protein bars and some sweets and other stuff such as tea, coffee, hot chocolate. I also take a long-handled metal spoon. For a one-night wild camp, I'd usually take about 2 litres of water. If I was going for a multiple-day wild camp and hike, I'd use a water filtration system, but I found for one night 2 litres is plenty enough water for me. So for the clothes I wear while I'm wild camping, I normally take one fleece, and I'll take a pair of warm walking trousers. I'd also take a thermal top, thermal leggings, some sort of woolly hat, a walking t-shirt. I normally take walking socks and I normally take another pair as well. If it's going to be cold, I'll take a buff and of course a down jacket. And if it's planned to be bad weather, I'd also take a waterproof jacket and waterproof trousers. Usually I put all my spare clothes inside of a dry bag, which keeps them dry in case it rains. Also in the winter, I'll then take even more layers, such as another jumper and another pair of trousers. So onto the camera gear now. I keep it all in this camera insert, which then goes inside of my hiking bag. So the first thing I keep in my camera bag is a power bank. This one is 22,000 milliamps and is way too big and heavy for one night, but it's the only one I have at the moment, so it would just have to make do. Next, I take a Petzl head torch. This one weighs 82 grams. It has 3 brightness settings, as well as a red light, which is great to preserve your night vision in the dark. Next, I take a spare camera lens. This is the Nikon 50mm f1.4 and it weighs 280 grams. I also take 2 spare camera batteries. This next item is not essential, but I also take a lens heater. This prevents the lens from fogging up when temperatures hit the dew point. And of course I'll take the camera that I'm filming on, which is the Nikon D750, and I'm also using the Samyang 14mm f2.8. So the walking boots I'm using is the Salomon Quest 4D3 GTX. These boots are extremely comfortable, they have really good ankle support, they keep your feet really dry and nice and warm. I'd always take an OS map of the area that I'm going to, as well as a compass in case I get lost, but I also use the OS mobile app for GPS tracking and recording my walks. So some of the random stuff I have in my bag is a first aid kit, I also keep spare head torch batteries inside here as well. I also take tissues, hand sanitizer, also a toothbrush and toothpaste, and keep them all in these small freezer bags. I also take a spare high-powered torch with a full charge just in case my head torch was to break or I was to lose it. Also, I take some other dry bags which I keep spare things in my bag and to help keep them organised. Now, this last item that I take is completely overkill and it is way too heavy to be taken in a wild camp. However, I still decide to take it, and that is my Benro tripod. This tripod weighs in at a massive 3.1 kilograms. Yes, 3.1. And it is too heavy, it's too big, but when I'm using this tripod, I know that it's going to hold the camera really steady and really securely, and when I leave it outside of the tent, I know that it's not going to fall over and break my camera. So I hope you enjoyed and I hope you found this helpful, and I'll leave links to everything that I use in the description below. And as always, if you enjoyed, please like and comment or even subscribe for more videos like this. But anyway, see you in the next video.